Hello and welcome back to Pawsome. We're still playing Dragon Age Inquisition. You're joined by myself, Madi and Audi.
Hey.
So last time we left off in the kind of like the jail downstairs, I had noticed that we had leveled up, so we went ahead and invested in the easy to miss skill. Basically, you become harder to discover by enemies. And then went ahead and moved us upstairs, so we just came out of that door, and we're going right over here. But
Into the war room.
There are two other rooms that I just wanted to check real quick before we did to see if there was anything that we could discover.
Yeah, there's I think you can open up that chest too. Oh, just kidding.
I think you can later.
As I say, Josephine shouldn't be in here.
No, but this chick is.
Yeah.
We talked to her later, so I won't really.
She's not even that important. You can just turn in some shit. At least I don't think she's that important.
I think you basically just, like, whenever you find stuff in your codex or whatever.
Yeah, you can give it to her and then you can sometimes unlock bonuses.
Yeah, so I'm not really going to talk to her right now because I feel like that'll just throw too much at us at once. Yeah. Especially because it's a big cutscene once we go in here.
Yeah.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Chain her! The bitch she is.
You know it's not recording to the headphones.
Oh, that's because...
Yep,
we didn't put those in.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Mine was it.
That's gonna fuck up our sound. I did what I could.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
He still doesn't care. He's an asshole.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy.
She looks too pretty to be like this hardened spy assassin.
Or have allies who yet live.
I guess. I don't know.
I feel like she should have like
I just
some
like
type of scar, or at least be dressed darker.
I
You
just
know?
feel like it's weird that she's like super religious though, cause she like I wouldn't expect like a spy master who like murders people and shit to be like super religious and be like the left hand of like the fucking Pope, basically the equivalent of the Pope in their world.
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird.
Dude, what more do you want?
Isn't it like the angry ones?
That's more like steadfast. The angry is when it's the fist.
Okay.
The breach is stable now. What more do you want from me?
We must try again.
Like I feel like she looks almost more like a rogue than Liliana
and your
does,
mark
you know?
is still our only hope of closing it.
this is not for you to decide.
Yeah, because when I picture rogue, I don't picture
You know what
next in line to be the basic pope of the world.
Yeah.
granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore
Cassandra's
order
boob
with or
divots are
without
not
your
necessary.
approval.
What, on her armor?
Yeah. I mean, they're not like as like extreme as in like other games, but like that would still like hurt her, like if she fell or something.
Well, armor hurts no matter what.
Yeah, but it would like dig into your chest, and with like that kind of armor, it'll, like when it divots out like that, it could deflect it could like aim a blow more towards your chest.
And now, no Chantry support.
But I feel like if it wasn't bent at all, it would just crush her chest.
Well, they wear padded armor underneath, so it's not necessary, I don't think. Cause not like her tits are actually like gonna fill up that space.
If you're truly trying
Her
to
titonies.
restore order,
Well, I don't know though, because like even like leather armor, they make
Before it's too late.
like divots for the breaths. Because like
But
you
it's
need
like
to
not
be.
necessary.
Well, don't you need it to like be able to breathe? Like if you don't have it, like you're confined. It's like when you bind your chest, like it's harder for you to catch your breath.
Well, no, cause it would just be slightly larger armor, so it could fit over you comfortably.
Mm.
At least that's how I see it. I don't know.
I mean, I've worn like
Leather armor. Ooh.
I have actually. Every year when we go to the Renaissance Fair, my brother and I get in line for the one where you like put on like the big thick like cloth armor and then like kind of like a few plated armors, and they have balloons that they put on your shoulders and your head, and you kind of like fence and try and pop them, and it's always like really hard to breathe because it's really heavy on your chest. But that might just be because it's like really thick and I'm not used to wearing like such thick clothing.
And you know, it's not the 1500s, so we don't have to wear it.
True.
Oh, Lord Wittenmeyer, I'm only wearing 13 layers of undergarments instead of 27. Oh, quite the flirt.
Almost as bad as showing your ankles.
What kind of a woman do you think I am?
It seems like...
My elbows are for my husband.
It seems like a very specific thing for him to do, because that's basically what, like, started the Lutheran religion.
I love Cullen. He can do no wrong, except when he murdered some people, but he can do no wrong.
Yeah, well...
He can do no wrong.
I just don't know much about Cullen yet, because I haven't seen much of him in my playthrough.
You get to know him a lot better after you do, like, the first really, really big story mission.
I think I, like, just got him available as a companion, but I had, like, other people that I wanted to bring with me, so I didn't bring him.
You can't have him as a follower. Which is annoying. He follows you once for, like a loyalty quest, but that's, like, a lot later in the game.
Oh, right. It's not a follower, but, you can send him to do stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can, like, send him through the, war table.
Oh, the title!
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Finally through the prologue!
In a world where people get murdered because of things, one person is gonna do some stuff to end those bad things from happening.
Isn't this a different outfit?
Yeah, you get a different outfit.
That's kind of cool. I like whatever. Is that our daggers?
Did somebody say dagger?
No, like that thing on our hip. Like, it kind of looked like a heart from far away.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, this is the first chance that you get to, like, really walk around. Like, it's going to tell me to go in there right away, but I'm not going to, because as you can see on our little thing in the left-hand corner, there are heads, and every head is someone that you can talk to as a character, and you can actually create, like, better bonds and stuff like that with them.
Mm-hmm. Depending on their favorability rating with you, you can unlock different scenes and quests, and sometimes they can actually leave you if you piss them off enough.
Yeah, so it's good to always just talk to them and give them some type of positive
reinforcement because they're children. Oh my god, his chest is so hairy.
Yeah,
It's in the shape of a cross to respect the death of the most holy. I can barely keep up.
Okay.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring.
I feel like they could be a cute couple, but I really don't like him.
I love Varric.
I mean, like, I like him as a person, but, like, not as, like, a romantic interest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he just seems like that happy-go-lucky friend type, you know?
Mm-hmm. The only dwarf that has my heart and will ever have my heart is Thorin Oakenshield. But not like the old grody version of him, the hot young version that they use for the Hobbit movies. Because the book version of him is like super old.
I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere.
Oh yeah, Varric is like a very avid romance writer.
Yeah, he writes smut.
Which I think is awesome, which is like one of the reasons why I like him as a character, but not as a romantic interest.
But just like as a character in general, he's really interesting. And Cassandra loves his books.
Yeah.
She fucking loves to read his books.
And that's why I think that they'd make a good couple. What's this over here?
I feel like she'd probably like sooner like die than like get with Varric. She can't fucking stand him.
Can we get outside yet? We can't, right?
That's not the way to get... Well, I think you can go through that way outside, but it's easier to just go through the main gates.
We don't really have anything to buy or sell yet, so... Can we actually go through here? I don't think it was available before.
Yeah, you can go out there.
Oh, okay.
If the Inquisition wants to feel the peace of capital, it needs better.
Can you loot those boxes yet or not?
No, I'm in a cutscene.
Hey, Herrit, maybe you should fucking shave your face because that's not an attractive look. No, he can do what he wants. He can live his life as he pleases. He's not here for me.
It is kind of weird that his mustache almost touches like his Adam's apple.
Yeah.
Although his stagehand's pretty hot.
He is so basic looking.
Yeah, but I mean, compared to what else I have to look forward to in this cutscene, like, is there
This isn't a cutscene.
anybody
You can move
else?
whenever you want.
No, I can't.
I was just kidding. Doesn't matter what you say to him. He's just gonna be like, yep, nope.
Can I just leave then?
Yeah, you can just leave. All you had to do was just talk to him briefly.
Okay.
I think he can loot the boxes for some good shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like stuff that you have to like modify your armor for, right?
Yep.
Which there's not really any sense in doing right now. Because we don't really have anything to modify. Not to mention that literally as soon as we go out on our other
Probably gonna
mission,
find better
yeah,
stuff.
like right away.
Where's Cassie?
Yeah, I was gonna say Cassandra usually hangs out
Oh
out
yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
yeah. You have to go talk to them
yeah,
in
she's
the
not
war
here.
still.
you can watch how these guys fight. And they have girls included,
going
which I think is
ham.
cool, yeah. Excuse me. I have a question. No? I do like that there's no loading screens. Like, especially in this game, there are loading screens when you load different environments, but
Not every time you leave a building or something.
yeah, literally you load whatever area you're in, and then you're loaded. You don't have to wait around
You
anymore.
don't have to worry about the whole entire world loading every time you leave a building. It'll just load a small section.
Yeah. Like, for example, when you play, like, Fallout 4, it's like, okay,
You gotta wait the whole fucking world to load.
I want to go see the railroad. I have to travel here. And then I have to travel inside this building. And then I have to go inside the building even more. And then I have to... Oh.
It's just Bethesda in general.
Well, was it even that bad in Skyrim? I haven't played in a while, so I don't remember.
It was definitely that annoying in Skyrim.
Okay.
And like my Xbox
like-
is so old every time like I travel to a new place I have to save before I do it or else it'll just fucking freeze.
Well, it's not even just with, like, them, but, like, a lot of games do that, where, like, they'll only load the area you're in. And, like, that's one of the things that really calls to me as, like, this being, like, a D&D type game, is that a lot of D&D type games, you can just open the door and you're in the house.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for it to load.
Which is extra annoying when like you walk into the wrong fucking place.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck, I wanted the house next door. Gotta wait 10 minutes.
The chosen of Andraste.
So with that weird foot thing around his neck.
Save us all.
Oh, those are lock-picking tools at your waist.
Mm.
It's a nice little detail. I didn't notice that when I played as my rogue.
It looks pretty cool, too.
What did it knock over?
I don't know.
Well, fuck you.
You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical.
Oh, wait.
Journey deep into the fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost
Solus is very whiny.
Yeah, he's like an emo teenager, but in like the body of like a super old guy in the body of a somewhat younger guy. He has nice cheekbones. They're like,
heroes.
Yeah, his head.
I guess you could say he has the cheekbones of a god.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
So I'm pretty sure. So with like all the people, as you probably notice off to the side, whenever you pick an option, if they like or dislike it, you'll get like slightly likes or disapproves, or approves or disapproves.
And everything for Solus is fucking slightly approved, but if you make one wrong choice, it's Solus greatly disapproves, and that like undoes like 10 fucking choices that you did to get his approval up.
Yeah, so it's
There's
like
like no pleasing him.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that
so it's like
dangerous?
if you want to go after Solus, make sure you are an elf for starters, but you have to be careful with what you do and what you say around him, because literally, if you make one mistake, odds are you're screwed.
When I was fucking romancing him, it was like walking on fucking eggshells. I had to pick a lot of stuff I didn't want to pick just so I could like make him happy.
Field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire.
And I actually think that's part of a jaw, not a foot.
Oh, ew.
Because it looks like there's like teeth sticking out, and that's like the side jawbone, and like it's broken in half by the chin.
At least until
I haven't been able to get a good look until now because I mean my TV at home is really tiny, and it just like the graphics suck for my Xbox 360. Oh, it does. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's kind of gross. I kind of like the foot better. The little elf foot.
Cassandra trusts you.
I'm just getting slightly approved after another.
Yeah, honestly, all you have to do is fucking ask him. All you have to do is be like, hey, talk about yourself and nothing else. He'd be like, well, let me tell you about the fade.
And it's also like, you might seem like there are a lot of slightly approves, but it honestly, I think it's like, what, 5 slightly approves equals 1 normal approve?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's really not that much. Oh, there's a quest over there that I meant to pick up while we were there.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
Okay.
My thanks for any parts you played in that.
I like your dress, sir.
Yeah, his dress is kind of over the top, to be honest. I don't think I've seen anyone else that's dressed like that fancy around here.
Especially like just for like an apothecary.
Yeah. It's like, you aren't that important.
Farewell.
I think that was just a quest to collect like roots or something like that from him, right?
What?
It's just a quest to collect stuff for him, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's that important. Sorry, I wasn't reading a Steven Universe comic on my phone. That's definitely not what I'm doing.
So professional. Okay, then I believe this will be another cutscene.
Sorry, because I've played this part so many times.
That's all good. Cutscene. Welcome with Babe.
Dang, Cassie.
She sways them hips too.
I know, I always think that. It didn't close the breach. Oh yeah, that's the Teary option. Where does it come from?
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed.
Her eyebrows go like really low into her eyes.
The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is
Like,
not
they look
easy
like
to come
swooshes.
Sounds like fun.
I just always check to make sure none of them are like flirt options.
What harm could
So
there
like as
be
you
in
guys saw,
powering up
the
something
picture in the
you
middle will
made?
actually change for the different
Hold
options,
on
and
to that sense of humor.
even though we can't technically romance with her, you can still flirt with her, and the option will be a or like a heart in the
You've
center.
met
So
Commander Cullen.
it's always
Leader
better
of
to
the
choose those because they will always like. I think they'll always get some type of like
Colin. Sorry.
affinity for them.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to
Nobody
meet you.
cares because you're not Colin.
And of course,
Isn't she the one that
your
like
sister
no matter
Leliana.
what you can get with her?
My position here
No,
involves a
that's
degree
that's
of-
Sarah.
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Josephine's like super vanilla.
Pleased to meet you all.
Oh, okay.
I mentioned
I always get
that
them
your
like
mark
mixed
needs
up
more
because
power to close the
I'm
breach.
horrible with names,
Which means we must approach the rebel mages
and you
for
know
help.
And I still disagree.
that's a lot of
Colin
names to
Templars
remember.
accept justice.
Colin, I agree with you
We
disagreeing.
need power, Commander. Enough magic
Don't fucking
poured
argue
into
with
that
him.
mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach.
I do like his like
So,
fur scarf, and I want to know what he slayed to get it. You know, because it's like a cool pattern.
Slayed so much poon. Ew, that's gross.
Is it just like bush then?
He meticulously straightened each strand.
They still think I'm guilty. That is not
No.
Start calling you a dwarf. The Herald of Andraste. That
I love
frightens the
Colin.
gentry. The remaining
that's
clerics
why it
Still
hurts
don't
in
know
the
why they
morning.
thought that fucking candle sticking up on her board was a good idea.
Yeah, I don't
There's no
understand that
wax
either.
collector.
No doubt.
It limits our options.
And it's not even gonna give enough light for her to write.
Is currently out.
Yeah. Even like the ink holder doesn't make any sense.
Like, they should just invest in some pencils. And also future technology.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe
They've
that
also
was
heard
Andraste,
about these nuts.
Even if we tried to stop
Such
that
an
view
old
from spreading.
thing, and I can't
which
stop.
we have not.
The point is,
I
everyone is
like
talking about
what's her face, Liliana's like complexion and like her lip color and everything, but like it's a
Pasty.
little too pale, so that it makes like her teeth look like gray.
I wasn't paying
I don't
attention
mind it at all.
to her face.
People are desperate. for
Like I
a sign
noticed
of
it a few
hope.
times. It's just
But
like because
some
everything's so
feel that
bright
sign.
outside, the inside of her
To
mouth just
others,
looks
a symbol
extra
of
dark.
purpose.
Mhm.
Let's
Like
go.
her mouth is kind of doing it right now too.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition,
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest, I love you,
no
Colin.
matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
there is something you can do. A chantry cleric. by
See
the
how
name
it's, like,
of
really
Mother
dark?
Giselle
Oh yeah, I
was
see.
asked to speak to you.
They just look like a brownish
She's not far,
almost.
Yeah.
and knows
And like
the
they're all
Revolt
kind of
far
like
better than I.
rounded.
Her
They
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of like zippers.
I'll see what she has to say. You will find Mother Giselle.
Fuck
tending
Mother
to the
Giselle, she ain't
wounded
no
in the
shit.
hinterlands
She's
near
so
Edgewood.
annoying.
I fucking
Look
hate
for
her.
other
Oh hey
options
Colin, I love
to
you.
expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
You need agents to extend
wish that
our
you could get him as a
beyond this
follower.
valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime,
I
let's
forgot how many
think of other
cutscenes are in
options.
this game.
I won't leave this all to
How does that candle even stay on? Does she just melt it to her board?
Yes.
It infuriates me
Maybe
to
she just like
no
licked the
end.
base of the candle and stuck it on, and she was like, "Well, that should do it."
We have to start in Ferelden, right?
Yeah. Ferelden.
You know where that big rift is, right? And we gotta go to the hinterlands.
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about? No, nothing.
And I guess we'll do this one.
Let's do one of the locked ones. No,
This
where'd
is
Colin go?
finally when we
Colin,
start one of
we'll be
our
back.
missions, and these are Templars and mages fighting each other.
Rogue Templars and apostate mages.
And that's not us, but one of our friends. But she does kind of look like us.
I fucking love Harding.
I don't like how she has nothing guarding her armpit.
She lives and dies by the code of the pits. And Thor never forgave, and he never
He's
forgot.
dead.
Fuck you, Mother Giselle.
Isn't she like kind of mean too?
Yes! So, I just yelled into the microphone. She's like so mean to one of the characters. She's like, "I don't trust him, he was from another country." And then he's like, no, I'm not that bad, I swear. And she's like, "I don't trust you, from another country." That's not how she talks. She has like that French accent, but I can't
Yeah.
do that.
So before you enter any place, you can always choose your team because you can unlock a whole bunch of different characters. But we only have the 3 for right now, so. But as Audie was saying, she's like, a lot of the characters in this game are very like, not only racist but kind of really judgy.
Mainly against mages, because mages and elves. Elves were just like super oppressed, and then mages were oppressed and now they're free. And a lot of them have gone like rogue and are just killing people. Everybody's kind of afraid of magic users. Cassie, look at them cheekbones.
I like how her cheekbones are so defined that they had to carve out part of her face to
Literally. If her and Solus had a baby, their cheekbones would be like out of this world.
Their cheekbones could cut glass.
Literally. Literally.
I guess Cassandra would have to have a C-section.
Oh, no! It could probably just cut its way out. The doctor won't have to do anything. I feel like it turned to a Macbeth thing.
We know what you did at the breach.
Yeah, we could be related. She has like the same kind of eyes that we do too.
Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
Actually, they could be
I can't say
related.
I
They
have.
look almost exactly
Why?
alike.
You'd be hard.
Oh, you're saying all dwarves look alike?
Never mind.
No, but like they
Don't
have
be
this. They
dwarvish.
have the same hair color and like complexion.
Oh no, you're supposed to say what's the word out here. She wants to get down to
We should get
business.
to business.
To
The
defeat
situation's pretty
the
dire.
Huns.
We aim to
And it
secure
said that like we look
horses from Red
like
Diesel
because she has like the
Quartermaster.
same kind of eyes that we do.
I grew up here.
She has like the orangey
People
eyes.
always
Yeah, they're
said
like
that
hazel.
Zenith's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting
Frostback
worse,
sounds like an insult that like
People
Nords
get
would use for the snow
Maker
elves.
only knows if
Get
he's
those
still
Frostbacks
alive.
out of here.
Mother
like,
Giselle's
alright,
at the
let's calm
crossroads
down,
helping
sir.
refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war
I
is
like the
right there,
attention to
too.
detail that they put in the
Although Vale and our
cutscenes.
men
That
are
like
doing what they can to help protect the people,
no
but
matter what weapon you
they won't
have,
be
it'll
able to hold out
change.
very long.
Yeah.
So
You
like
best get
the
going.
fact that I have two different kinds of daggers right now, you can actually tell, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. I just nodded and I was like, oh, nobody can see me nod. I guess I should say yes to affirm that I agree.
So this is a base camp. Yet you can actually set up a couple of them as you progress through the storyline. The hinterlands in particular is a very like large map that you'll actually set up a few here.
It's big as shit.
Each of the base camps have one of these where you can like change your party, like how we just did a little bit ago. This one, it basically will bring up if you have any like schematics that you can make for the Inquisition, I think.
Yeah, like basically like getting weapons and stuff to research the land for the Inquisition.
And these are different potions and stuff like that.
Yeah, as you like gather materials throughout the game, you can use them to create potions, and you can also make bombs.
And you also start out with healing potions too.
Mhm.
And then you can always rest to regain all of your supplies and your health. Oh, that's just all the stuff that I already know about.
Oh, it goes that way. To the left. We'll just go straight down. I don't give a fuck.
Or oh, is it down there?
You can go down that way. This might take a little fall.
No, I got this.
When I first played this, Varric was like, be careful, Inquisitor, you don't want to slip. And I was like, fuck out of here, Varric, you don't know me. And then like I slipped down a big ass hill and I lost like 100 health. And I was like, fuck you, Varric, you don't know me.
Word for you.
I fucking hate the Inquisition helmets. They're so lame looking.
Yeah, they look kind of stupid. I don't like the little flaps on the sides. They make no sense.
What flap? Oh, of the helmet?
Like,
Or those
This guy
brown
wearing
things?
this- no, like the tassels that are at their ears.
Yeah,
None
they're
of these
doing
guys
a lot
are
of hard
wearing
work
them.
right now.
So, sorry if you guys can hear my cat whining at the door. Unfortunately, we are way too deep in camera equipment to get to the door to let him in. So he's just gonna have to deal with it, and sorry if he's making any background noise.
Oh, you know, in the hinterlands, sometimes you'll come across a red ram. It's usually by the big lake, and when you kill it, a fucking fire demon pops out, and then when you kill the fire demon, you can get like a cool fire-resistant belt or some shit. But it keeps coming back, but then like you'll leave and come back, and then there's another one.
So the hinterlands is like has a plethora of different like supplies and stuff like that, and it also has a lot of Templars and apostate mages that you have to fight from time to time.
I love the mages with the spell books. I wish like if you were a mage, you could use a spell tome to fight.
I kind of do too, just because it looks so badass.
Just like have like fighting with a staff. Oh, I just step into it.
So I wasn't paying attention.
Fool.
Apostates have
Sometimes when she says apostates, I think she's saying the prostates. I'm like, we need a lot of doctors, I guess.
Do you remember how to do these?
Go to the Astrarium, you might be able to solve that one.
I always forget how to do these.
Once you get, there's usually 3 Astrariums in each place you go to, and after you solve the star sign puzzles, basically, they'll all, like, lead you to a place that has, like, a cache of, like, really good weapons and armor.
I think I've already fucked this up.
No, you're doing it right. Just kidding. Nope, you did it wrong. Just kidding, you missed. You were supposed to go to the one next to it.
But I thought you couldn't go over any lines that you've done. So go back here. I thought you couldn't do that.
Oh, just kidding. Okay, then there's a different way that you have to do it. I think you have to start at the bottom one. I haven't done... I didn't usually do too many of the Astrariums because I was too lazy.
I did them in my game, but I ended up having to like...
No.
that's wrong. I ended up having to like look up a walkthrough to do it, I think. That's like way
no, that's
wrong.
not.
Alright, well, I'll go and venture off the hill, and while I'm doing that...
the companions can level up now.
We'll do that in between episodes, but while I'm doing that, why don't you, figure out how to do that on the down low.
You can't just figure... No, I want you to solve it yourself.
Actually,
What are we teaching people if we look up everything?
I will level them up right now just to show you guys. You can actually press up and down on the control pad like I showed you guys before. And, they all have their own skill trees. I think we should just, do...
I would give her either turn the bolt or go over to the one with all the purple stuff and give her a shield rush. Burmals the Wolf is good too. Oh, you can't. I don't think you can do turn the bolt yet. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah. I think I might actually just try and max out this one for now because she's gonna be fighting with a weapon and shield, you know?
Then, I would go to the lunge one next. Other side, down there. Lunge and slash.
Okay. And then for Solus, I always invest in the spirit because it's the only one that has like somewhat of a
healing aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually do spirit and ice for Solus until I can get Dorian or Vivienne. And then I just fucking get rid of Solus.
And
you used them all, honey.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go back for a second there. Guess we want to just upgrade his archery stuff.
Yeah, for him I usually do archery and cantrips. Until I get rid of him too, because I'm just not a big fan of having like archers. I usually like to have 2 members on my team that can do long range and then 2 members that can do like tank and close range.
I don't know, like, I like having archers, but I kind of like being the ranged one better. Because I don't like having my people behind me.
Yeah.
I like being the one behind them. Mostly because I know they'll probably fuck something up and I'll end up on their...
Yeah.
With, like, no health dying because of it. Nope.
You missed.
So that's another thing. I don't know how to even catch these guys because the only way I was able to catch them with my other character was...
I usually just, like, I'll switch to Solus and just hit them a couple times with my,
Right.
with the magic, and then everybody else will just chase them until they get killed.
Oh, there were bad guys right over here, I think. I know they're good guys.
Inquisition soldiers.
We've been searching the region for resources. Commander's orders.
And you just took them, thanks. Oh yeah, I think that's where the dead dwarf is.
Yeah, something's in here. I really like these little creatures. I think they're so cute.
Oh, the nugs.
Yeah.
I personally think they're really gross looking. I just don't like fleshy animals. Where like they don't have fur, it looks gross. Like if like it had scales or something it'd be cool, but like they're just like completely naked.
I don't know, I kinda like it.
Liliana actually breeds nugs. And she like keeps them as pets.
Oh.
Cassandra goes into like a little just like side talk about it when you're in like an underground cave, and I accidentally killed one, and like her and Souls were both like, was that really necessary? And I got disapproval from them. I was like, no. And of course it was like the character I was romancing Solus with, so I was like, oh my god, no, now I have to go back to my last save so I don't disappoint my husbando.
Alright, well, I guess I'll have to play as
Solus,
Solus.
you're the appointed sheep killer.
I also like killing the rams because it's an easy way to start building up like experience, because they do add experience every now and then. Yeah, sometimes you'll just see me stabbing at air because I'm not used to having a character that I have to run after the bad guys with.
Stab his shield! Stab him in the shield! Fuck up the archer! He don't even give a shit that you're right in front of him attacking him. He's still attacking everybody that's really far away.
That's one of the things that is always so broken about archer characters. Is that, like, once they lock onto a target, they just forget about everybody else.
My favorite game that I've played where you can be an archer is just like any of the Elder Scrolls actually, but Skyrim is always gonna be my favorite because it doesn't auto lock and you have to do that yourself. But then like after a certain level, you're just like super OP as an archer. You can basically just one-hit KO everything.
I kind of like that though, because I like getting to the point in games where I don't feel like I have to try anymore, you know what I mean?
I like working up to that point, but then when I actually get to that point, I'm like, now what? Because like I feel like that's too easy. I always like some amount of challenge.
Well, I feel like the game should always be evolving, you know? So like, if you continue along the story, you should find something that will still challenge you, but like most everything else will just be like, yeah, whatever. Okay, why can't I even stab him when he's on the ground?
You have to unlock the stab the ground skill. That's
Seriously?
Not actually, no, that's not an actual skill.
I was gonna say, like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
It must have been some
You've
time
unlocked
since the renegade
Stab the Ground.
Templars faced a mage of any talent.
It must have been some time since you haven't been an asshole, Solus. Piece of shit. I love Solus, actually, but I also hate him. Oh, hey, you killed the ram!
And I'm not exactly on quest right now, if you guys are wondering where I'm going. I just kind of felt like taking a detour.
Taking a dump.
Well, I didn't want to run into any more, like...
Apostates.
Well, not even just, like, cutscenes for now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like we've had a lot of cutscenes these past couple episodes.
That's like one of the things I love and hate about this game, because I fucking love cutscenes, but sometimes like I'm like, okay, I'll just do one more thing and then I'll like save and quit the game and it'll be like a fucking 10-minute cutscene.
Yeah. And you're just sitting there like,
I'm like, oh my god, you're not even Colin, why do I care? Fucking love Colin.
And you can't even loot this guy?
If they just had like a DLC where it was literally just like Colin standing there and then you had like thousands of different chat options and you got to stare at him, I'd totally be down for it. I'd be like, fuck, tell me what your favorite kind of white bread is, Colin, I love you. I know that you're not real.
Well, isn't there like a version, I think it's like the Easy, isn't it like just the dating sim basically? Like they took out the fighting?
Well, it's mainly about the story and there's just a lot less fighting. But you still have to, like, explore and everything. And when there is fighting, it's, like, way easier. God, I love dating sims.
I'm sure if you look deep enough on the internet, someone has made what you're asking for.
I feel like I could just make what I'm asking for.
But that requires work.
That's true. I mean, for my thesis, I really gotta work on more character sculpting. That would probably, honestly, like, motivate me, just sculpting a bunch of, like, hot, beefy male characters.
It's the best kind of sculpt.
My head is so itchy.
Alright, then I think we're going to wrap things up here for today. I'm probably going to, look over the quest map and figure out what we can do next. And I'll figure out what will be the next step from here. But for now, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Well, bye.
Okay, bye.
Whoops.
Oh, well, bye.